Hello, fellow hunters. Welcome to a new episode of Deer Hunter 2005. As usual, live on stream. Welcome to the channel and let's start. We left our profile last week with 106.4 profile points. We had no progress last week, so I hope this week will be a bit more effective. And the only thing I'm changing right now, or what I changed before the stream, I changed one of my weapons to a new one. I noticed that we already unlocked the gold skin for the lever rifle and for the bolt rifle, I think, yeah. And yeah, as my secondary weapon, I still have my muzzleloader calibrated for 100 meters. So if we get a good opportunity for a close range shot, we will try the muzzleloader today. And for the regular distance, this one. For the regular distance, I customized my single shot rifle calibrated to 200 meters for standard maps, and yeah, I will go with this one. And if we found enough bucks, we can unlock the gold weapon skin for this weapon also. For the first map of this week's stream, as usual, I go for Georgia. It's always a good opener. And for today I will change my starting position. Usually I start in the fields in the north, but today I think I will start on the other side of the river so that we can cover this area first. And if we find nothing, we can check the area around these fields here. And if we find nothing, we can always go to our regular starting point in the north. So from here I will head west. First a quick check if is anything interesting close to my spawn point. It is not. Okay. Yeah, and I will head west and as usual check the known hotspots that worked in the past. The wind direction is excellent right now. I'm walking against the wind. This is something small, not that interesting. Yeah, and as the title of the stream says, we are looking for another world record bug. We need profile progress, and the minimum score for my profile right now is a record book size or better, a world record bug. We found solid deer last week with yeah, average scores, and I lost no profile points, but also I gained no profile points. So for making progress, I'm doomed to find at least a record book size trophy or a world record right now. I tried to cover the area as good as possible. As usual, because I haven't played the game since last week's stream, I will need some time for sure to come back in the game, in the controls and everything, but it feels okay so far. A smaller deer would be great, maybe for a practice or calibration shot. Yeah. Let's see what we can find. In terms of news, there is, like last week, nothing. Nothing new from Hunt Sim 3. And I also checked Ultimate Hunting, and the latest news from their Steam store page was from October, I think. And it was about, mainly about sound design, weapon sounds, animal sounds and all that stuff. That's not, to be honest, not the most interesting stuff I want to know about the games. Sound design is important for sure, but yeah, it's not the most important factor, at least for me. There is something. I guess it's a doe. Correct. And I hope the game is a lot more friendly to me this week. Last week we had some okay mid-sized deer, but to the end of last week's stream we found basically almost nothing. Today I hope for more consistent animal spawns. Just taking a quick look at the stream control, everything looks fine so far. There's also a small one in the river. Not that interesting. I think if there is something big enough to make it worth it, then I will see that on the first look. Usually with a little bit of experience, you know if it's a world record when you see the animal. There are some exceptions, like for the roe deer, I think. They are really, really small, and the game does not feature world record sized trophies for the small species, for the roe deer. What's this? That looks strange. It's that. Now I'm curious. Need to get closer. I think we found something really rare. Hell yeah. Okay, this is amazingly rare. It's an albino whitetail fawn, a melanistic specimen. That's crazy. The first one I see for years. What the heck? Unfortunately, it's a fawn. We can't take it. I'm so nervous. There it is. A completely white-tailed deer. My game tapped accidentally, sorry for that. Yeah, what to do, basically. Basically, we have it on stream. Let's check if I can take a screenshot. Yeah, that's... Oh hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Hansim 3 release date. Unfortunately, my answer is the same as always so far. I don't know, and beside the developer or the publisher, no one knows. There was nothing new. Yeah, but today we have a very interesting stream opener. A pure white-tailed deer. They are amazingly rare. Haven't seen one for years. But unfortunately, it's a fawn. We cannot claim it. It would make this hunt instantly illegal if we shoot it. But at least for me, it's really cool to finally see another very rare specimen again after all these years. For me, that is probably a lot more exciting than for you. Could have been also a bug with this this anomaly, but unfortunately oh, I completely missed this guy. coming to our side of the river. No, but this bug is way too small. And I leave this this white junior deer alone here. I try the other hotspots, maybe we can find a big one there. The bug was way too small. I really want to avoid the mistake I made last week. I took the trophies, but in the end it wasn't worth the risk of losing profile points. Crazy, crazy. I don't know if I missed the opportunity. Just want to check if it is still around. No, I guess it's not. But basically no problem. We have it live on stream. I'm not sure if my screenshot worked, but I can always take a screenshot from the stream footage, so no problem. Basically, this isn't a bad start for the stream, even if we found no monster bug or stuff like that so far. Starting the stream with an ultra rare white specimen. That increases my expectations for the next hunts. One of these white albino deer. It would be amazing to have a huge world record sized buck in this version. That would be cool. But like I said, it took me years to find this small one that we cannot hunt. But I'm really happy that I captured it on the stream, so we have at least something special today. Maybe we have, or maybe we are more lucky on the fields in the north. Very often I've found really good trophies up here. That's the reason why I usually set my starting point in this area. There's only, no, that looks like a doe. Yeah, and for the release date of Hunsim 3, they have still the how should I call it, the coming soon stamp on the store page. Same for Ultimate Hunting. And like I said last week, coming soon can mean a lot. And for now, we have almost end of November. From my standpoint, I don't expect a release this year anymore. I think this year is done for a potential release. So in the best case, I expect a release in the maybe first quarter of next year or something. I'm a bit skeptical just because there are absolutely no news since July. Only small ones here. I don't care if I spook them. Yeah, a small deer gathering. Amazing. Yeah, in July they covered, I think it was the preview or the info post about the new Texas map for Hunsim 3. And since then, absolute silence, nothing. And to be honest, that makes me a bit skeptical. I cannot estimate how they progressed with the game. I haven't seen in-game footage so far, beside the announcement trailer. That was, I think, mostly or completely rendered footage, so not very not necessarily accurate, let's say it that way. Announcement trailers, take them always with a grain of salt. Small ones. Only those and small ones. Yeah, for the schedule of today's stream, I think most likely I will do around 1 hour as always, and if there is if there is a good opportunity when switching or when ending a map, I think at some point in 30 something minutes I will end the stream for today. It's just let's say, a short retro stream and some feel-good hunting in Deer Hunter 2005. I don't know if we find something, let's say, exciting. The most exciting animal for today, I'm really sure, We had that already. At least in terms of ultimate rareness, this small white deer was, yeah, I think that was already the pinnacle of rareness for today's stream. It's crazy. When I ended the stream, there are some people I have to tell them about that. At this point, greetings to the guys. I think we will play together again on Friday. Maybe no Deer Hunter, but something else. And yeah, that will be great as usual. I'm looking forward to this. And at some point, I think we need to play also Deer Hunter again together. Maybe I can do a server test on Friday if my server settings still work. That we maybe can do a quick hunt. Yeah, and in terms of other games, it's, I don't know, it's really quiet. I heard some interesting news about an old game I played back then when it was released. Don't know if you know Guild Wars. It is or was or is an older kind of MMORPG, or more an action RPG with multiplayer or hub zone option, where you can team up with other people, but you can also play with NPCs. It was released, I think, 2005 or 6, not completely sure. But they have this year, they celebrate their 20th anniversary, so it has to be 2005, I guess. And there will be a reworked or an updated version of the game. They call it Guild Wars Reforged, with some visual and controlling specific updates. I'm not sure yet if I will check that out. I played that a lot back then. Oh, I reached the end of the hunting area. Yeah, and from the topic of the game, it will not fit very good into my channel, I think. There is something. No, that was a doe. Oh, it was a fawn, okay. Oh hey, welcome to the stream. Hey, you're watching from Turkey? Cool. My audience seems to be very international. So here, okay. They are... Sorry, my game tapped out again. And I accidentally shot. Okay. That should not happen. But this map is, I think, done anyway. I will end that map and load a new one. We found nothing special here, with one exception: the ultra rare white-tailed deer fawn, completely white, an albino. Unfortunately, we cannot shoot fawns, so we captured that ultra rare animal on stream, but yeah. We can make a screenshot, but that's it. Maybe we can, maybe we find something similar on another map. So we had Georgia with white-tailed deer, and no, let's say, no bucks in a reasonable size. That's a bit disappointing. Oregon is for blacktails. Let's go for this map. It's one of the more difficult maps, from the stock maps at least. But let's try this. The wind direction... let's think about where we start, preferably. I think I start between these two smaller ponds. I spooked something when spawning. That usually happens. So, and if we head south from here, yeah, the wind direction should be in our favor. That's good. So the only thing we need to do is finding a blacktail deer. I don't know, or I'm pretty sure we don't have a blacktail world record so far. And for that we need to be really, really lucky. And I really need to figure out what's causing this tabbing issue with the game. I think it's something with my monitor setup. The game is not really designed for that. Back then, when the game was made, more than one monitor was not possible in most cases. So I think when my mouse cursor hits the second desktop and I click, then my game will tap down to the taskbar. Oh, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing great, and I hope you all had a great day. So far today's hunts are not that effective. But this game is a lot less predictable compared to Huntsman 2. so it's more or less normal that you don't find something reasonable in every map you play. And as you can see, this is what I mentioned, or what I'm talking about when I say this Oregon map is one of the more difficult stock maps that come with the game. It is not as flat as the other maps. You have a lot more hills, a lot more ups and downs, and many of these small ponds, and the forest is, let's say, more a medium dense forest, so deer can hide really good. It's not as bad as in, let's say, Illinois, in the very dense forest parts of the map. But here, with all these ups and downs and hills, you need to be very careful to not spook something that might be really close. Most of my blacktail deer I think I got from custom maps that are a bit more fun to hunt, and of course a bit easier compared to this. But from the stock maps, I think this one, back then it was the only source to get your blacktail trophies. What caliber? Today I switched my main weapon to a single shot rifle caliber 7mm. So complete overkill for hunting deer. But when... Holy! Hello. That's good. Yes, that's a good one. I usually play with customized weapons where I can choose my calibers, so I usually play with the bigger calibers, 7mm or 375 H&H Magnum. It has no impact on the trophy or on the score, so I don't care if it's maybe a bit overkill for hunting deer. Sometimes it feels a bit like hunting deer with a tank. So I'm excited. I have no idea what to expect. I will not guess anything here. 172. That's a good score for a blacktail deer. And I don't have so many of them in the lot right now. It should bring at least a little bit of profile progression. At least I hope for that. And basically that is the nature of this game. You don't expect anything, and behind the next corner you will get surprised by something really big. Here are not this game has not these typical and easy repeatable hotspots like Huntsman 2. the animal spawns are a bit more random all over the map. So it can happen that you find completely nothing or only small animals. And sometimes you have a world record sized bug right beside your spawn point. Can be very surprising and crazy. But I like the randomness. Let's check my GPS. Yeah, that's further south. That's good. And then maybe to the west. When we passed this lake. Yeah, for the rec size, the world record bugs, they are quite impressive when it comes to rec size. I think we have one already on this profile. When I change the map, I can go to the trophy lodge and show it. Earlier in this stream today I said, so with a little bit of experience in this game, you know if it's a world record when you see it. It's very clear, and especially if it's a really big one. There is a slight difference between the species, so the mule deer in this game are the largest and heaviest species, and the wreck is also a lot more impressive. So a big mule deer world record looks stunning, at least if you consider how old this game is. And this one we had here a couple minutes ago. If it's one animal class below world record, that would be called a record book class. That is not shown in the score when you claim the animal. World record shows that instantly. But I think this one has potential to be a record book trophy. We will check that. So we passed this lake. I will add a little more to the west, and because I'm extremely curious about the rating of our trophy, I think I will switch the map in a couple minutes. And then I'll take the opportunity and show this one world record we have on that profile here. So far the stream was not extremely effective. In the first map we had our extremely rare white albino deer. These ultra rare spawns, they are way more rare than a, let's say, normal world record bug. They are rare already, but these fur variations, these ultra rare specimen, that's a different thing, for sure. So from here I will check this small hill back here, and if there is no deer, we will switch to our lodge. We haven't reached our bag limit yet, but it's not necessary to complete it every hunt. So here we have nothing so far. Let's go to the lodge. Yeah. This is down here, you can see on the trophy card, 172. That's a record book sized trophy. Let's check my score. Yeah, we started with 106.4 and we gained amazing 0.4 profile score. Yeah, this will take a while to make this profile a champion hunter. So let's check the trophies. We have, I think, at least one world record. So here you can see this is a whitetail record book trophy. The rack is already quite impressive. Oh hey, welcome to the stream. No. I'm perfectly alive. I think my last video, regular video, it was 8 months ago. Basically, there was no there was no topic for a video. So since I'm waiting for Hunting 3 and there were no guides or stuff like that left for Hunting 2, I'm focusing more on live streams right now. So here we have one. This is a typical mule deer buck world record 219 points trophy score, and for the rack size they are always a bit different. So the antler system in this game is crazy good for its age, and this one has a really wide rack, as you can see. Let's compare that. Have we something else? Yeah, here we have a that's close to a world record. That's a record book size, quite heavy, almost 240 pounds. Also a big impressive rack. That's a normal smaller one. Have we anything interesting from the non-typical? That's really close to a record book size. Also a more wide rack. That's also interesting. That's not even a record book size, but even the from the smaller ones, the antlers can be quite impressive. Yeah, and the whitetail deer, of course, I clicked through all of them here. That's a small record book from the whitetail. You can see they have always their individual racks, so it's not like Huntsman 2 where all the antlers look basically the same. The system here is that looks really impressive, but the score was surprisingly low on this one. So maybe at some point we can find a really big world record, but that will take some time. Mm. Let's go back to Georgia again. I think while I'm talking quite a lot right now, I need a bit an easier map. Yeah, and to the in terms of making videos and stuff, yeah, I focused basically this year completely. I focused on doing streams. I tried to do one every week, always on Wednesday. Yeah, it worked more or less good. Over the summer, I reduced that schedule a bit to stream every 2 or 3 weeks, just because the overall interest in gaming content is considerably lower in the summertime. And yeah, for now I will stick to the weekly stream of something with hunting. It will be, for the most part, I think it will be Deer Hunter 2005. Every now and then there will be some Hunt Sim 2 again. But in the end, I'm just waiting right now for a release of Hunt Sim 3. Yeah, have fun, have fun. See you maybe in one of the next streams. Bye bye. Yeah, basically I'm waiting for Hunt Sim 3. Yeah, and by the way, this will be my final map for today. When I'm checking the stream time, we have almost 1 hour. Today is, like I said before, just a short retro feel-good Deer Hunter stream. Some talking, some updates. Unfortunately, there were no news to talk about, but I don't care, to be honest, right now. It is what it is, and Hunt Sim 3, if they take their time to deliver a good game in the end, it's worth it. And yeah, my expectation or my hope is that at least this year we get some news again. There was nothing since July, like I said before, and maybe they release some infos what we have to expect in terms of release date or progress of the development. There was a lot of silence since July. At some point there has to be some information, I think. No, nothing interesting. This could be something. This could be a good one. Just in case. Scent blocker. This could be a good one. At least it's worth a try. Judging the trophy from a broadside view is sometimes a bit difficult. He's coming in our direction. Since I'm a little bit rusty, I will not take any risk. so I will avoid using the muzzle loader. There he is. This could be another record book size trophy. .84 meters. Let's take. Yeah. With bullet cam. Not the best shot in the world, but like I said, I don't really care today. It's more important that we get something. I simply cannot afford to be picky today. So let's check this one. Maybe close to a record book trophy. Let's check it out. 173. I think that's not enough. But we will find out when we leave the map. Before I will check the trophy in the lodge, let's go for a quick check up to the fields up here. There is something. Nope, he's too small. I'm just speeding this up a bit. And usually the world records, that's the different. The world record trophies, they are so big. You know if it's a world record when you see it. Unless you're really unlucky and maybe missing 1 or 2 profile score points and it's a massive, huge record book. That can happen. This one is maybe not that bad. Yeah, I will give it a try. 140. No bullet cam hit, but at least a hit. He slows down, he slows down, he slows down. He disappears in the fog. And there he goes down on the horizon. Yep, we got him. We got him. The problem is, in this stage of the game, if I play so picky as it would be recommended to make clear progress on the profile, yeah, he looked a lot bigger in the scope. 140. That's a really small one. I just misjudged the visual appearance of the deer. Also, that can happen. 107.2. That's good. We made a little bit of progress. A little bit. 140. Okay. And the other one has to be this one. Yeah, it's from today. Cool. It was a record book. So we missed our goal to find a world record today, but at least we got a blacktail and a whitetail record book trophy. That's cool. And we saw one of the ultra rare albino deer. And from this extremely rare encounter, I will have to take some screenshots and extract the stream footage, and maybe we will do something with that. Yeah, okay. We started with 106.4. We made 0.8 profile progress. Yeah, that will take a while to make another champion hunter profile, but it is what it is. So I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, the only thing I can say, enjoy your evening, have a great time, and see you next week. Bye bye.